Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Drew's defeat. Carly crushes Willow and Nina. Jocelyn pays a visit to Dex. General Hospital teasers indicate that a preview video clip has been released for the week of December 16, 2024. It shows Carly Spencer preventing Willow Tate Corinthos from fleeing with the kids. Jocelyn Jax stands stopped outside a chapel, as if she had seen someone or something. When Jocelyn discovers that Dex Heller's death was not an act of God, she is inclined to pursue justice. Plus, Drew Kane Quartermain understands he's been duped. Continue reading to learn about the upcoming episodes of the ABC soap drama. According to Nina Reeves' Drastic Solution GH spoilers for the week of December 16, Willow was unsure what to do after watching the infidelity tape. Willow was spiraling and scrambling until Nina Reeves took over. Nina persuaded Willow to run with the youngsters. Of course, Willow and the children would probably not get very far, especially given the Corinthos family's money and influence. GH spoilers, Carly Spencer intercepts. Carly already knew what was going on. Carly arrived before Nina and Willow could escape out the door with the children. Carly puts on a phony smile and adds, "Do you think I'm not going to stop what's going on here?" Carly interrupts Willow and Nina with the children. Carly says, "Do you think I'm not going to stop what's happening here?" What's fascinating is that Willow and Carly were always quite close previously. Carly gave the impression that Willow will always be a part of the family. Willow's lies and betrayal, however, have changed everything. Plus, Drew implies to Michael Corinthos that Willow has genuine affections for her slimy man Candy, so where are they headed with this storyline? Jocelyn Jax grief. General Hospital spoilers for the week of December 16 state that a preview video shows Jocelyn grieving over Dex's body in the hospital. However, once Jocelyn and everyone others realize it was murder, it could spark a fiery quest for vengeance on his killer. There is also a scene with Jocelyn, who appears to be standing in front of a church. Facing away from the church and toward the street, Jocelyn notices someone who has her locked in place and she does not appear happy. General Hospital spoilers, week of December 16, 2024. Drew discovers that Curtis Ashford and Michael Corinthos have duped him. Later, an unknown male voice says, "You have been served." Unfortunately, the GH Weekly promo does not specify who is being served or what. Which narrative are you most looking forward to witnessing for the week of December 16, 2024? Share your opinions in the comments area below. General Hospital spoilers, Sonny learns about Drew and Willow. According to General Hospital teasers, Sonny Corinthos will soon learn that Drew Kane slept with Willow Corinthos. Sonny is extremely protective of his children and is not about to let this go. Will Sonny confront Drew about what he's done? General Hospital spoilers state that Drew Kane pretends to be a good man. Drew has acted as like he was far superior to Sonny ever since he realized he wasn't Jason Morgan. However, Drew has now slept with his nephew's wife. Drew is the worst type of man. Sonny will be unhappy with Drew's decisions and may seek to give him a lesson as a result. Sonny generally has someone else handle this type of situation, but Jason has already taken a shot at him. Jason is already preoccupied with caring for his son. Sonny will step in and resolve this. Drew Kane does not respect anyone. Drew was recently elected to Congress and is expected to be a respectable citizen. However, Drew has no regard for anyone. Drew even went so far as to sleep with Willow in the children's playroom at the Quartermain house. Drew's child could have walked in on him and Willow at this moment. Drew's daughter had recently lost her mother, and he opted to sleep with someone rather than look after his child. Drew does not deserve a pass on this. Michael Corinthos cheated on Willow after discovering she had kissed Drew. Later, Michael watched a video of his wife and Drew having sex. Sonny will not allow Drew to get away with this. General Hospital spoilers, Carly Spencer delivers the news. Carly Spencer is upset with Drew for what he has done. Drew blames Carly for the end of their relationship due of her loyalty to Jason. What does Drew call it? Drew betrayed her son in the worst way imaginable. Of course, Carly believes Sonny should know. Carly does not want Sonny to get rid of him, but he needs to learn a lesson. Carly understands how upset Sonny will be and what will happen between them. What will happen between Sonny and Drew? Will Drew try to arrest Sonny if he decides to pursue him? Would Drew go public about this affair in order to get revenge? General Hospital preview, another death, a hidden plot, and why someone will have the worst holiday ever. As news of yet another tragedy emerges this week, it's clear that General Hospital is in for a grim holiday season. As doubts arise about what is going on at the medical institution central to the story, numerous residents receive news that is the emotional equivalent of a stocking full of coal. In the latest teaser, Nina, Willow, and the kids are bundled up and ready to go, until a human cold front, Carly, blocks their path. She appears to know, or believes she knows, where the merry band is going and isn't having any of it. "Do you think I'm not going to stop what's going on here?" she asks, her smile reminiscent of a pre-transformation Grinch. Given that Willow and Drew's sex exploits have just become the talk of the Quartermaine Christmas party, it's safe to assume that Carly will have some choice words for her daughter-in-law. In the meantime, where is Michael? Drew appears to have figured out exactly what's been going on at Aurora, so he'll soon be dealing with his own dilemma. You can bet he won't be pleased to learn that Curtis and Michael managed to outwit Jason's brother. However, Jocelyn may have the most difficult week, as she learns that her beloved Dex has died. What we want to know is exactly how, considering that he had recovered well from the stab wound he got at Rice Plaza. Is there a serial killer at General Hospital, following Sam and now Dex? And if so, who will come next? And, while they say the wheels of justice work slowly, this week's promo, which you can watch above, shows that they don't stop totally just because Christmas is quickly approaching. But who is getting served court papers, and why? General Hospital spoilers, Michael stole Ava's money to exact revenge on Christina. According to General Hospital spoilers, Ava Jerome is suddenly dealing with a new set of troubles. Ava was exonerated of offenses stemming from Christina Corinthos Davis's theft of her hotel room, according to her attorney Rick Lansing. Christina, who was 8 months pregnant at the time, crashed through the glass of Ava's window, 3 floors down, into the Metro Court pool below. General Hospital spoilers, Christina Corinthos Davis wanted Ava Jerome to pay despite the fact that the court determined the incident was an accident. Christina believed Ava purposefully caused her to fall. She was really sad when the jury found Ava not guilty. She has made it apparent that she intends to exact revenge on Ava in some form or another. Her father, Sonny Corinthos, is pushing Christina's desire for vengeance despite his pledge to care for Ava himself. However, it appears that someone else has already found a means to get Ava. GH spoilers, Ava Jerome tried to celebrate her victory. Ava brought Rick to a posh restaurant to celebrate. She was astonished to see that all of her credit cards had been refused. Her payment to Rick for his services also bounced, causing his bank account to lock. Later, Ava got an email announcing that her divorce deal with Nicholas Cassadine had been reversed. However, this may not have been the case. While Nicholas or Valentine Cassadine may be responsible for Ava's lost riches, the truth could be far more sinister. General Hospital spoilers, Michael Corinthos can be quite devious. Michael Corinthos may have devised a scheme to embezzle all of Ava's money while making it appear that the Cassadine family was behind it. This could be Michael's way of exacting revenge on Ava in Christina's name. That really sounds like something Michael could and would do. He'd probably sooner get his hands dirty than let Christina do something to Ava that she can't erase. This could be Michael's technique of keeping Christina under control while still hitting Ava where it pains her the most. GH spoilers, what do you think? Who took Ava's fortune? Are the Cassadines active again? Or did Michael have anything to do with Ava's latest problem? Kelly Monaco of General Hospital makes a heartfelt Christmas wish for the young and restless. For one fan of General Hospital's Kelly Monaco, Friday the May 13th have been an especially lucky day. On X, a viewer named Pam submitted a video showing Courtney Hope, Sally, Melissa Claire Egan, Chelsea, Elizabeth Hendrickson, Chloe, and Haley Aaron, Claire, bopping down the halls of the CBS serial to the tune of What Is This Feeling? From Wicked. I would love to see Kelly dancing and having fun with these women, an admirer commented. Kelly would bring her talent, loyalty, passion, and her entire fan base with her. She would also add a lot of excitement. Young and restless would be fortunate to have her. Make my desire come true, Santa, shouted another fan who goes by the name Kelly Strong. Please. I'd love to see it. Kelly Monaco won dancing and having fun with these ladies. #year Kelly would bring her skill, loyalty, dedication, and all of her followers with her. She'd add so much excitement. #year would be really fortunate to have her at CBS https://t.co/G6NSHMLA9S. In response, Monaco, whose 21-year tenure as Sam McCall ended with the character's murder, tweeted an appreciating heart emoji. That same day, when a fan complimented Monaco for returning to X, the actress responded, "Thank you for all of your support. It does not go unnoticed. Very much appreciated," she added. Happy holidays to you and yours. Soaps.com has already speculated that now that Monaco has been discharged from General Hospital, she may make her way to Young and Restless. And the CBS serial would reunite her with several previous castmates, including on-screen love interest Jason Thompson, ex-Patrick, Michelle Stafford, who played Nina, Hendrickson, Margot, and Aaron, Kiki. General Hospital spoilers, Cassadine stole Ava's divorce settlement from Nicholas. Which one? Was it Valentine? General Hospital spoilers and rumors state that the Cassadines reclaimed Ava Jerome's divorce settlement from Nicholas Cassadine. But which one was it? Nicholas is still in prison, and Victor and Spencer Cassadine have died. Was it Valentine Cassadine? General Hospital spoilers. Perhaps Valentine Cassadine did leave a clue. It was never revealed who purchased Windmere, which was part of Ava's settlement from Nicholas. It was scheduled to be demolished and condos built. But when Lulu Spencer was determined to have Charlotte Cassadine back, she broke in and told Dante Falconeri that she hoped Valentine had left a hint. Even more than a year later, the castle and grounds remain intact, and perhaps Valentine did leave a clue, or, technically, Charlotte did, but not to their current location. Lulu discovered a collection of treasures from Charlotte's childhood. Wouldn't she have had them while she lived with Lulu and Dante? The box could indicate that Valentine purchased Windmere and the island, and that they had been living there undetected for some time. Spoilers. Valentine Cassadine and Nicholas Cassadine fought over the Cassadine legacy. Valentine and Nicholas fought over the Cassadine legacy, but Valentine mistook Mikos Cassadine for his father, which he was not. Victor was his father and Helena Cassadine his mother, hence Nicholas was the rightful heir because his father had died. With Nicholas arrested, it would make sense for Valentine to reclaim the land and Ava's payout, especially since the Quartermaines had blocked his own assets. Valentine could not have gone on the run with Charlotte if he hadn't had any money for months. Furthermore, Damien Spinelli's tip regarding Valentine doing a financial transaction in Zurich fits the timeframe. He was clearly draining Ava's bank accounts. General Hospital spoilers. Will they connect the dots? Will Ava, Anna Devane, Jason Morgan, and Spinelli put 2 and 2 together? Will Ava tell anybody about this and understand Valentine is the only Cassadine left who can seize her settlement? Nicholas lacks influence in prison or contacts on the outside who could do so. He has no heirs other than Ace Prince Cassadine. Nicholas would have no motivation to reclaim Ava's village, Windmere, or the island, even if he could. To solve the problem, use a basic elimination procedure paired with Valentine's bank transactions in Zurich. Tracy's power play, revenge or greater good? Tracy Quartermaine has always been a clever and brazenly calculating figure in Port Charles. Her willingness to utilize the nanny cam footage as leverage raises concerns about her genuine motives. Revenge against Drew. Tracy dislikes Drew because he is thought to have betrayed family values and engaged in questionable activity. Tracy may settle a personal score while also asserting authority over the Quartermaine legacy by publicizing the tape. If she publishes the tape, it will harm Drew's reputation, especially because he is about to enter the public eye as a newly elected congressman. A lesson for Willow. Tracy's hatred for Willow's conduct may drive her to disclose the affair, believing it will teach Willow a hard lesson about adultery. Tracy could defend this by preserving the family name from disgrace, even if it meant undermining Michael Corinthos' trust in Willow. Moral high ground or manipulation. While Tracy claims to be acting for the greater good, her action appears to be motivated by revenge and the need to impose authority. If she truly cared about Scout and the family's well-being, she may consider the emotional toll this disclosure would exact on the innocent child involved. Drew's desperation, saving face or true remorse? Drew's plea to Tracy not to release the footage emphasizes the complexities of his situation. Protecting Scout. Drew's main focus appears to be protecting his daughter, Scout, from public humiliation and emotional pain. A public scandal might potentially jeopardize his connection with Scout, as well as her perception of him as a moral leader. Self-preservation. Aside from his love for Scout, Drew is deeply concerned about his public image as a congressman. If the video becomes public, Drew's political career could be over before it even begins, leaving his goals in ruins. Feelings towards Willow. Drew's friendship with Willow adds another layer of complexity. Is he truly in love with her, or was this just a lack in judgment? His relationship with Willow's mother, Nina Reeves, complicates matters and calls into question his morality. Tracy's dilemma, to leak or not to leak? Tracy is at a crossroads, and her decision may have far-reaching ramifications for everyone concerned. If Tracy leaks the video, Drew's career, Drew may be compelled to quit before beginning his congressional term, throwing his life into upheaval. Willow's marriage, Michael Corinthos would definitely uncover Willow's infidelity, resulting in the dissolution of their relationship. Nina's fallout, Nina Reeves, already a divisive character, could face blowback if her relationship with Drew is revealed. If Tracy holds back, Tracy might use the film as leverage to keep Drew under control rather than publicly exposing him. This strategy may allow her to maintain power while minimizing collateral damage to Scout and the family's reputation. Speculating about what's next. General Hospital thrives on unexpected twists, and this narrative is right for them. Drew's redemption arc. The story could serve as a wake-up call for Drew, forcing him to reconsider his ideals and actions. A heartfelt apology to Scout, as well as a renewed devotion to his family, could lead Drew to redemption. Willow's reckoning. Willow may be forced to face the repercussions of her conduct, including losing Michael and custody of their children. This may also prompt her to reconsider her feelings for Drew and the decisions she has taken. Tracy's triumph or downfall. If Tracy discloses the tape, she may achieve her immediate goals while alienating the Quartermaine family. Tracy might also adopt a softer approach, using her leverage to keep control without causing turmoil. What should Tracy do? While disclosing the footage may satisfy Tracy's thirst for vengeance, it could do irreversible damage to the Quartermaine family, particularly Scout. Holding back and intelligently utilizing the footage may enable Tracy to achieve her objectives without causing needless agony. What are your thoughts? Should Tracy reveal the affair or keep the footage private? Jason supports Jocelyn. Jocelyn Jax is still dealing with the immense grief of losing Dex Heller. Jason Morgan's steady presence may help her cope, but will it be enough to keep Joss from spiraling? Liz's dilemma. Elizabeth Baldwin considers her next action, which is most likely related to her professional or personal life. Could her decision affect her friendship with Finn? Lulu's reunion. Lulu Spencer's heartfelt reunion may reflect progress in her efforts to reconcile with her loved ones following her awakening. Tuesday, December 17th, Sasha stands firm, family tensions rise. Sasha's strength. Sasha Gilmore Corbin stands firm either in a conflict with Nina Reeves or against Michael Corinthos. Maxie's invitation to Cody. Maxie Jones contacting Cody Bell suggests a developing storyline either involving romance or professional intrigue. Lulu versus Brooke Lynn. Sparks ignite between these two powerful personalities, extending their history of conflict. Anna confides in Jason. Anna Devane opens up to Jason, possibly regarding her inquiry into Cyrus Renault or another serious issue. Lucky Spencer's surprise. Could Lucky's unhappiness stem from family drama or unexpected news regarding his future? Wednesday, December 18th, confrontations and alliances. Carly confronts Jason. Carly Spencer's burning determination drives her to confront Jason, possibly over his involvement in Jocelyn's life or his commitment to Sonny Corinthos. Ava Jerome asks Nina for help, which could have serious consequences for their common network of loved ones. Michael and Curtis strategize. This partnership could be for business or to expose a mutual enemy. Trina Robinson helps Jocelyn through her bereavement, demonstrating her loyalty as a friend. Drew and Willow share a moment. Their bond grows stronger, generating concerns about their future and the implications for their separate families. Thursday, December 19th, secrets, confessions, and heated moments. Jordan and Isaiah's steamy scene. Could this amorous moment foreshadow a new romance or an expanding bond? Drew's wake-up call. Drew Quartermaine gets a hard reality check, most likely due to his increasing web of falsehoods and connections. Giovanni Palmieri opens up to Brooke Lynn, implying personal troubles or new developments in his plot. Tracy and Martin spar. Tracy Quartermaine's keen wit competes with Martin Gray's cunning, paving the way for greater drama. Jason and Sasha connect. When these two characters discover common ground, they establish an unexpected alliance. Friday, December 20th, bombshells and promises. Curtis Ashford makes an announcement that could alter his connections with Port Charles residents, particularly Trina and Portia. Trina's pledge. Trina makes a deep pledge to Laura Collins, possibly regarding her family or personal progress. Alexis Davis confronts a humbling situation, which could be related to her legal or personal struggles. Rick Lansing's surprising opportunity may mark his comeback to the forefront of Port Charles drama. Carly updates Sonny. Carly discusses important family news with Sonny Corinthos, which may rekindle tensions or bring them closer together. Predictions and speculation. Curtis announcement. This could be about his personal life, like his relationship with Portia, or professional events, such as new leadership at the Savoy or an unexpected business initiative. Michael and Drew's futures. Michael's strategic mind may put him at odds with Carly or Willow, but Drew's reality check may cause him to reconsider his choices. Jocelyn's next steps. Jocelyn may seek vengeance for Dex's death, which could lead to her being in danger or experiencing emotional breakdown. Rick Lansing's offer. Rick's return to Port Charles drama might spell repeated feuds with Sonny or a new role as an ally, or enemy, for Alexis. The week of December 16, 2024, on General Hospital promises major disclosures and emotional clashes. Here's a deeper look at the promo video and spoilers for upcoming episodes. Nina's dangerous plan and Carly's interception. Nina urges Willow to go. Following the public outrage over the cheating scandal video, Nina Reeves takes extraordinary measures, asking Willow Tate Corinthos to go with her children. This move reveals Nina's desperate desire to protect Willow and maybe control the situation, but it also demonstrates how careless she can be under pressure. Carly Spencer interrupts Nina and Willow's escape. Carly approaches the issue with her typical authoritative attitude and a veiled smile, hiding her rage. Her placid exterior is most likely a ruse to prevent upsetting the youngsters. The tension between Carly and Willow indicates a significant departure in their previously tight relationship. What's next? Carly's intervention is bound to heighten the tension. How will Willow explain her actions? Will Nina's interference backfire and plunge Willow deeper into chaos? Jocelyn's grief and justice quest. Mourning Dex Heller, Jocelyn Jax is saddened by Dex's death, and her sadness is obvious as she cries over him in the hospital. However, when it is revealed that Dex's death was not an accident but rather a planned murder, Jocelyn focuses her grief into a search for justice, or vengeance. Stuck outside the church. In a puzzling scenario, Jocelyn stands stuck outside a church, staring at the street. Her expression conveys shock or fury, most likely due to someone unexpectedly showing up. Could it be someone from her past, or someone involved in Dex's death? What's next? Jocelyn's search of justice could take her into perilous area. Will her emotional state affect her judgment, or will she discover crucial information regarding Dex's murderer? Drew's betrayal and legal issues. Drew Kane Quartermaine discovers that Curtis Ashford and Michael Corinthos have deceived him. This revelation might disrupt Port Charles's alliances, especially because Drew is already on precarious footing following the cheating video incident. Served papers mystery. Near the end of the promo, an unseen male voice says, "You have been served." The target of this legal move is unknown, but it might be Drew, Michael, or even Nina given the tangled web of falsehoods and alliances. What's next? The betrayal may drive Drew to make desperate attempts, straining his relationships with Michael and Willow. Meanwhile, the served documents indicate a potential legal struggle involving many personalities. Key questions of the week. Will Carly be able to limit the ramifications from Willow's attempted escape? Who is responsible for Dex's death, and will Jocelyn's desire for vengeance put her in danger? How will Drew deal with Curtis and Michael's treachery, and will it represent a turning point in his character? What is the importance of the served documents, and how will they impact Port Charles? This week promises suspenseful drama, including revelations, betrayals, and emotional turmoil. Which plot excites you the most? Please share your ideas below. The drama in Port Charles takes a dark and stormy turn as secrets and betrayals emerge, rocking the Corinthos and Quartermain families to their core. In a town where loyalty is valued and dishonesty can be deadly, the discovery of Drew Cain's secret affair with Willow Corinthos sets off a chain reaction that no one could have predicted. Drew's carefully crafted image cracks. Drew Cain was always considered as a guy of integrity, a hero who overcame incredible adversity. Drew worked relentlessly to promote himself as an honorable guy, from being imprisoned overseas to reconstructing his life at Port Charles. However, beneath the glossy surface was a darker, more irresponsible side. Drew's recent election to Congress brought another layer to his carefully cultivated public image, but it also put him under the spotlight. Drew had started an affair with Willow Corinthos, his nephew Michael's wife. It was a decision motivated by weakness, impulsivity, and a frightening lack of foresight. What made matters worse was that the incident occurred in the Quartermain mansion's children's playroom. The absurdity of the setting, a place meant for innocence and family, heightened the intensity of Drew's betrayal. This was more than simply infidelity, it was a complete disrespect for the family he claimed to care about. Sonny's protective instincts ignite. Sonny Corinthos has always prioritized family over anything else. As a dominant figure in Port Charles, Sonny's reputation carried weight, and his acts frequently crossed the lines between justice and revenge. When Carly Spencer, Sonny's ex-wife and Michael's mother, uncovered Drew and Willow's betrayal, she knew Sonny would become involved. Carly was fiercely loyal to her family, and while she detested Drew for what he had done, she was also aware of the dangers of engaging Sonny. Carly presented the news to Sonny in measured tones but couldn't contain her rage. He slept with her, Sonny. In a playroom, of all places. Michael trusted Drew, and this is how he repays him? He should be better than this. Sonny's face clouded, and his jaw tightened as he processed the betrayal. He's lucky Michael hasn't buried him already, Sonny whispered, his voice low and vicious. Don't worry, Carly. I'll handle it. Carly hoped Sonny's handling of the matter would avoid violence, but she knew better than to expect moderation. Sonny's protective impulses for his children frequently drove him to the edge, and sometimes beyond. Michael's heartbreak and rage. Michael Corinthos was no stranger to betrayals. He'd had his fair share of heartbreak, but this wounded more than anything he'd ever felt before. He was betrayed not just by his wife, but also by someone he considered family. Drew had been Michael's confidant, mentor, and someone with whom he shared common beliefs. Michael discovered the affair via an unexpected medium, a covert nanny cam in the playroom. The footage was scathing, with no room for question or explanation. Michael's face became pale and his hands trembled as he struggled to digest what Carly had just told him. He was supposed to be better than this, Michael muttered, his voice quivering with rage and pain. And Willow. How could she? Carly put a soothing hand on her son's shoulder. You do not deserve this, Michael. None of this is your fault. But Michael's sadness rapidly turned to hatred. He wanted repercussions, not just explanations. In Port Charles, the repercussions were frequently severe. Drew's mistakes and justifications. Drew, unaware that the walls were closing in around him, continued to act as if his secrets were safe. To those on the outside, he exemplified professionalism and charisma. Behind the scenes, Drew was dealing with guilt. He convinced himself that his relationship with Willow was unique, created from equal understanding and sensitivity. But no justification could withstand the consequences he was going to confront. Drew's carelessness was more than just a personal flaw, it was a betrayal of all the values he claimed to uphold. Worse, he miscalculated Sonny Corinthos' reach and influence. Sonny confronts Drew. The conflict between Sonny and Drew was unavoidable. It took place at the Metro Court, a public space that belied the intensity of their conversation. Drew, dressed sharply in a tailored suit, was sitting at the bar when Sonny approached. The room seemed to quiet down as Sonny's presence demanded attention. "We need to talk," Sonny stated, his tone chilly and measured. Drew turned, his expression revealing a hint of discomfort. "Sonny. What is this about?" Sonny leaned in, his voice low and threatening. "Do you believe you can walk into my family's lives, betray my kid, and then walk away without consequences? You've got another thing coming." Drew's jaw tightened as he attempted to keep his composure. "I am not proud of what transpired. But this is not your war, Sonny." Sonny's laugh was unfunny. "When it comes to my family, I fight for anything. Drew, you've made your decisions. Now you'll be living with them." The tension between them crackled, catching the attention of those watching. Drew knew better than to underestimate Sonny's potential for vengeance, but he also refused to back down completely. It was a perilous game of pride and power, with consequences that may ruin them both. Willow's desperate appeal. Meanwhile, Willow was cornered. She had committed a dreadful mistake, and the consequences were spiraling out of control. Willow, desperate to save what she could of her life, approached Michael to explain herself. However, Michael was not in the mood for apologies. "Do you think words can repair this?" Michael snapped, his tone frigid. "You didn't just betray me, you betrayed our family." Willow cried as she attempted to defend her conduct. "It was not planned, Michael. I never intended to hurt you." "But you did," Michael interjected. "And now, we all have to live with the consequences." The fallout. The days that followed were filled with stress and uncertainty. Drew's reputation was shattered, Michael and Willow's marriage was on the verge of dissolution, and Sonny's revenge hung over everything. Even Carly, who had administered the initial hit, was dealing with the collateral damage. Drew's penalties were fast and severe. His political ambitions were dashed when rumors of his transgressions began to circulate. The public turned against him, and even his most ardent supporters began to remove themselves. Drew had constructed his life around the idea of being a good guy, but his actions had exposed the flaws in his moral foundation. Conclusion. Secrets are rarely kept hidden in Port Charles, and betrayals are frequently met with severe consequences. Drew's affair with Willow triggered a chain reaction that left no one unharmed. For Sonny, it was a reminder of how far he would go to defend his family. Michael learned about the fragility of trust. For Drew, it was the start of a reckoning that would force him to face the man he had become. As the dust settled, one thing became clear: Drew's betrayal would have long-lasting consequences in Port Charles. And in a place where loyalty means everything, redemption is never guaranteed. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.